morning, everybody. It's Saturday, September 15th, I believe, just around 7 o'clock a.m. and I'm back at the East Fork Bear River trailhead. And I was up here a couple weeks ago, and well, that's actually more like a month ago. Went part way up the prior drainage. Today I'm going to go up the Smith's Fork, or the Bear River Smith's Fork Trail, over to the ridge above Smith's Fork, just for the day, just to look around and see what we can see up there. Been wanting to go up there. We'll see. We'll check in a little bit later. And here's our junction. So Bear River Smith's Fork Trail. Here we go. Now I'm pretty sure by looking at the map, this is a good climb up to Dead Man's Pass. I think it's about 2 miles and about 1,000-foot climb, so should be pretty good. The fall colors are definitely here, and when I get up a little higher, I'll get you some shots. I think it's going to be pretty, although there's a ton of wildfire smoke in this morning. You can actually smell it, and I just hope it doesn't bother my breathing this morning, so we'll see. But definitely beautiful. Promise you a picture of a view of the beautiful fall colors, and I think this is the spot to do it. Let me just get up here just a little bit more. We'll turn around and take a look. Sun's just coming up, so might be a little dark down in there, but oh my gosh, beautiful colors. Well, this is an interesting perspective you don't get to see when you're down on the main trail down there in the East Fork of the Bear River drainage there. Right up ahead you can see how it forks off to the left and the right. To the left is the drainage that goes up to Alsop Lake, and the one to the right is up to Pryor. You have no idea what this looks like when you're down in the trees on the trail. I'm actually quite impressed how big this drainage is. You know, wide and pretty awesome. Oh, and we got some elk down here. I'm gonna shut up now. I just finished a pretty good climb here. Stopped to catch my breath, and I was just noticing beautiful colors here too. The trees killed by the fire, it's kind of a mixed blessing because they don't have any leaves or branches on them to speak of. You get to see all of the new growth coming up underneath, but then again, frustratingly, they're right in the way of the view. So you win some, you lose some, I guess. I wonder if sometimes if the new growth tends to be more colorful, because it is sure bright, especially for such a dry year we've had. And here is where I came up. You can see the trail there. It's beautiful. Well, it looks like the pass is in sight. Of course, this is Uinta's, which, in my experience, is famous for false summits or false passes. So we'll see, but I think that's the top of the pass. We'll check it up there. This must be the top of Dead Man's Pass. Let's see what this says. Oh, it's Dead Man Pass. And I'm assuming that says Dead Man Mountain. I don't know. Elevation 10,500. That's probably about right, because I think the pass is about 10,001 or something like that. Well, I'm coming down the eastern side of Dead Man Pass. Pretty sad. The fire came all the way over in here too. It looks like it burned pretty completely on this side. It must have scorched the soil quite a bit, or maybe it didn't have that much ground cover to start with, but man, it's kind of bare over there and in through here. And I think I've got just a bunch of little short switchbacks, and then we'll be down to Mill Creek down there in the bottom. Yeah, in fact, I can see the road down there. Well, this is disappointing. This is the pond that I was hoping to refresh my water in, and it's completely dry. Definitely a dry year. Good thing I stuck in a bottled water extra on the way out the door this morning. I had gone up that Forest Service road too far, started climbing like crazy. It was a steep grind, and then I decided to check on the inReach, and I was way off. I was only supposed to be on the forest road for about 200 or 300 yards, and then cut back off. So I went a little bit out of my way, but we're back on, and I actually found a trail marker right now. So I'd say we're back on the trail for sure. The trail into this little pond here, or dry pond, was very faint. It would appear and disappear, so I had to kind of just follow my way down to this pond. So that looks better down there. So here we go. Well, the trail's been pretty hard to follow. There's this meadow here, which I think normally, or at least earlier in the year, would have water in it. You can see the water track through there where the bushes are. I went and investigated several of those, even where there was green growth, and they're dried up. So there's not much water there. And I'm down here looking at the end of this meadow, and I see this great big mountain right in the direction I'm going. And so I decided to get out the inReach and figure out which way I got to go. And it turns out that I'm going to circle up this way and around, and the pass is actually up there. So pretty cool. I'm hoping to find some more well-established trail over in here, and I think it probably goes up through the trees there, but I'm not sure. It's been hit or miss in a lot of places. Some places it's very well established, and all of a sudden it just disappears. So definitely need to do a little navigating up here. But well, I bet this is pretty in the springtime when everything's all nice and green. I don't know whether you can see the smoke band over in there. You probably can't, but I got lucky. I'm out of the wildfire smoke, so pretty excited about that. Have to put up with the wind, Sorry for that noise, but I'm loving the blue sky. Well, I finally picked up with the rail trail up here. There are a whole bunch of trails coming up from the meadow below. I'm not sure where I missed picking it up, but I crossed a whole bunch and then I finally hit it. Now I'm on a bunch of switchbacks. Excuse me. And it's quite steep. Starting to get a little tired. Time to take a rest break, I think. I was hoping to get up to the summit, well, the saddle, but I think I need to rest before then. We'll stop here and have a little snack break. Well, I told you I was going to stop and take a break, but as I tend to do, I keep pushing a little more to see if I can push on a little bit. And it looked like I was getting closer and closer to the pass. So I think it's right up here. So let's see what we can see. Well, this has to be the pass. So let's go over here, see what we can see. Well, not a very good view. Gonna have to get up a little bit higher, but this is Cataract Basin down in here. I'll have to look on the map, find out what that big peak is over there. All right, I am gonna rest now, so I'll check in a little bit. And there's the elevation on Cataract Basin Pass. Well, I found a nice little place to take a rest here. I walked up the ridge, a couple hundred yards. There's no trail up here, but I wanted to get up where I could see just a little bit. I'm sitting down in a group of rocks here, so I can have a little windbreak. It's a little bit windy up here. So I'm just having some lunch and gonna get my shoes off. Feet are killing me. So we'll just stick some ibuprofen and see if that'll help a little bit. But we're gonna rest here for maybe 20-30 minutes, give my legs a good rest, and then we're gonna try to head up one of two places. I don't know whether you can see behind me. The sun's probably having that, not the big mountain over there, but that rise right there. That is a ridge line between Cataract Basin, which is here, and the main Smith's Fork, which is on the other side of that ridge right down there. And I'll be able to look into that side. Or I think that's about 2 miles up there. But once I get up on top, I think it's all above tree line. Shouldn't be too hard to negotiate. My other option is to go to this peak right there. That's a lot shorter. Just go up here to the ridge to a saddle and then make my way up there. Doesn't look too bad. I can make my choice about which way I'm going to go when I get up to the saddle here. Man, that smoke's jacked with my lungs. So anyway, I'm going to finish eating here, and we'll get some pictures in the area, and we'll check in when we're back on the way. Well, I had a really nice rest. I actually took a little snooze. Felt good. I would have liked to have slept a little bit longer. I usually can't sleep like that during the day, but I need to get moving, but that felt really good. So we're gonna turn around here. Gonna head back up, get up there to that saddle. So we have to just pick our way through the ridge rocks here. Most of it's pretty easy to go through, and I almost want to say there's, you know, sign of people walking here. That could be social trail from the animals, but like right here, that to me looks like there's been a fair amount of foot traffic there. So we're gonna head up there, and we'll check in when we get up on the saddle. A little windy up here. I think that's Tokawana Peak right there, and poking up over the distance there, that's Red Knob. Been over there a couple, well, let's see, one time I guess, coming out of along the High Line. I'm hoping to get up on that area right there, and I'll be able to see all that. And here's looking down this is Cataract Basin. And then you can see the main drainage over that hump in the middle, and on the other side there. I think the trail meets up down the base of those bare looking mountains there, where there's a lot of Quakies in yellow over there. And I don't know whether you can see it, but my gosh, there is all kinds of fall colors off there on the way in the distance. So, turn around here. Been making my way up on the hillside down here. There's been a trail most of the way, and then there was a couple trees down and the trail fades out. So I've just been following what I think are just game trails. And I think I'll try just below the ridge here off to the right just a little bit. Stay up here, I don't want to lose any elevation. I'm just about up as high as the saddle is over there. Well, I just passed the 11,000 foot level, and I think I feel good enough. I'm going to take the long way out. It's going to be curving out, getting up on top of here and following the flat area. The way this looked on the map, it looked like it's huge up here, just big flat area. So it's going to be interesting to see what it looks like. Probably going to be windy up there, so I don't know how much talking I'll do in the videos, because I'm sure it's going to be a disaster, but we'll see. So here we go. Wow, this is huge up here. And I'm just getting started on it. This totally reminds me of my and my brother's Highline trip in 2016 out North Pole Passway, that area over there, Lady Peak area. Definitely nothing up here but low vegetation and the occasional not firs, but this Krumholtz up here. I think the view is going to be pretty good. I'm starting to see peaks popping up all over the place, so can't wait to get over to the other side. Well, I veered quite a bit from where I originally had planned, just because I wanted to see. I didn't realize I'd be able to see so much from up here. So, let's see. Right there, that's the ridge that I came up, and down, and all the way around the other side there, and then across to here. I was feeling really ambitious, and I was going to go clear up to the end of this, like straight through there, and get a look down into, I think I'll look down into where Dead Horse Pass and Dead Horse Lake is, but I'm not sure. But I'm trying to get too much in here on a short September day. So my original goal was to get over to that peak right there. I may still do that. I'm going to head over that way. Looks like that's a big pile of rock up there. We'll see what it looks like. If it's too dicey for tired legs this time of day, then we'll skip it, but we'll go take a look. Well, in the interest of time and sore feet, I opted out of going up to the peak right up there. I thought I'd get a good enough view here. I've already seen over the other side from the rim over there. This is down in Smith's Fork. You see quite a bit down in there. And this is Cataract Basin, right down in here. The Cataract Pass, and there, I think I'm pointing to the right one. The sun's pretty bright. So my two options for today were to come over to this peak over here, or to climb that peak right there. And I think I'm gonna call this good. I've put on way more miles than I should have up here. So now I got to go down that ridge line, follow that ridge line down to the pass, and then down. Well, I'm down off the big table up on top. Make my way down the ridge line down to the Cataract Basin Pass. So far, I'm finding the trail on down, so gotta get lucky sometimes. My instincts tell me where to go, and I usually do it right, but that's not all the time. Yeah, we have to figure out. Let's see. We went down right here. Well, we came up. All right, we'll check in when we get down to the pass. Ah, and we're back to the trail. We'll head down off Cataract Basin Pass. Now we'll do all the switchbacks and get us down in there. Well, I've started up the first couple of switchbacks up Dead Man Pass, and I stopped to drink the last of my water, take a little break before I head up. This will be my last uphill of the trip, so I'm kind of excited about getting to the top, and it'll be all downhill from there. I think it's once I get to the top, it's 2.1 miles from the pass, and I'll be back at the truck. This wildfire smoke's sure been weird. You can see up there where I was to the right of that peak. That's where the pass is. Now it's all clear again up there, and then if I look over here to the north, oh my gosh, it's just ugly as ugly. But again, I can smell it, and I can't take a deep breath or I cough, so I know that's jacking with my lungs. So that must be why I feel like I'm having a hard time today. run out of air really quick. So we'll get up this last pass, and it's home free from there on down. Last pass. Back over Dead Man's. And wow, doesn't it look awful on the other side compared to this morning. It was just a little bit hazy. That looks awful. Well, it's all downhill. Time to coast. Well, I wish it was really coasting. Still got to work at it, but not like going uphill. It was a hard day. I don't know what my miles are just yet, but I screwed up and stopped tracking on my inReach, and I started it right back up. I realized I'd done that, but it had zeroed all the mileage and everything. So I'll have to get home and figure it out together, put the two together and see what it is. I was just looking at the water that was going under the bridge there. There was no water anywhere to be found on this entire hike. I really expected there to be some water in that pond up there. It's pretty big, but again, it's a dry year, so we'll get back to the truck here in just a minute and see if we can estimate our mileage and a little bit of a wrap up. Well, back at the truck. I checked my mileage, 6.1 miles. That is from that big rock pile up on top of the Table Mountain there. So I did double that, 12.2, plus I probably walked an additional mile. I don't know, maybe a little more than a mile up on top there before. So we'll just call it 12.5 for now. It was all uphill. Trail was good in most places, but after you came down over Dead Man Pass, the trail is pretty much non-existent. I don't know what happened to it, or if the map I used was just wrong. Once you find the trail up at the upper end of that draw, it's a nice trail. It switchbacks all the way up to the pass. From there up to the top of the Table Mountain, I don't know what else to call it. That's all just off cross country, but easy to find a route. There, you can tell where people have been up there. But that's pretty amazing up there. I'd like to go up there sometime when the weather's clear. So, and we'll check in with you guys next time. See ya.